In a move that shocked Moscow, Sweden, the newest member of NATO, has shifted the dynamics of the war in Ukraine with an unprecedented military aid package. Sweden, long known for its policy of neutrality over hundreds of years, has now broken with tradition and openly supports Ukraine in its confrontation with Russia. The 16th aid package, announced on May 29th, is focused entirely on military assistance, aimed at inflicting heavy losses on Russia. This marks a historic turning point, especially considering that just a few years ago, Sweden remained uninvolved in military conflicts. Sweden has always been wary of Russia, especially after past conflicts in the Baltic Sea. Since 1904, they have patrolled this sea with submarines, accumulating leading expertise in the region. The Gripen fighter jets were also specifically designed to counter the threat from Russia. After Putin's invasion of Ukraine, the fear of Russia resurfaced strongly in the minds of the Swedish people. Joining NATO and increasing military aid to Ukraine is proof of their significant shift in stance. Sweden has supplied numerous weapons, including Leopard 2A5 tanks, missiles, and air defense systems, with the latest aid package valued at $1.23 billion. These growing contributions highlight Stockholm's determination to protect the region and help Ukraine defend against Russia. Sweden's aid package for Ukraine on May 29th will provide critical equipment such as generators, solar panels, spare parts, and 155mm artillery shells. Although it does not include Gripen fighter jets, the aid package is still substantial, focusing on Ukraine's urgent needs. Sweden will also send RB-99 AMRAAM missiles, equivalent to the AM-120, to support Ukraine's air defense systems, particularly NASAMS. Additionally, Sweden will transfer its entire fleet of decommissioned PBV-302 infantry fighting vehicles to help Ukraine form new brigades and equip more armored vehicles for infantry companies. These vehicles can carry 8 soldiers and are armed with a 20mm cannon and secondary machine guns. With the additional artillery shells and enhanced air defense systems, this aid package will help Ukraine maintain its combat capabilities into 2025 and limit Russian air power. Sweden will send a portion of its remaining 180 operational PBV-302 vehicles to Ukraine, along with spare parts, 20mm ammunition, and fuel transport vehicles. All of these will be repaired and upgraded before being delivered. The aid package also includes satellite communication equipment and support for establishing a defense research institute for Ukraine. The most notable point is Sweden's donation of 2 Saab ASCC-890 early warning aircraft. These aircraft will help Ukraine detect and track missiles, drones, and support precision strikes. Training for Ukrainian pilots to operate these aircraft has also been planned. This is a significant move by Sweden, as it temporarily reduces its own defense capabilities to support Ukraine. Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson took a calculated risk in donating 2 AWACS Saab ASCC-890 aircraft to Ukraine, reasoning that helping to defeat Russia from a distance is better than dealing with a bold Putin close to home, as Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen previously emphasized. Sweden plans to compensate for this shortfall by purchasing more S-106 GlobalEye aircraft and increasing defense spending. In 2024, the military budget will rise by 28%, surpassing NATO's 2% GDP target, making Sweden a long-term and reliable partner for Ukraine. Stockholm has committed $7 billion in aid to Ukraine over the next 3 years, with investments in artillery systems and transport aircraft. According to an Estonian Defense Ministry report, if Ukraine kills or wounds 100,000 Russian troops in 2024, victory could come by 2025. Ukraine needs to inflict 100,000 casualties on Russia in 2024 to reduce Moscow's training capacity, according to a report by the Estonian Defense Ministry. Russia can train approximately 260,000 soldiers per year, but if Ukraine succeeds, the number of properly trained troops could drop to 80,000, leaving the rest of the force as cannon fodder. Sweden's aid, particularly artillery shells, will play a crucial role in achieving this goal. However, Ukraine must also minimize its own losses. Western training is key. Over 100,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been trained, but the training has been short and inconsistent, often lasting only 5 weeks. Estonia recommends extending officer training to 10 weeks to improve brigade-level combat effectiveness, helping Ukraine's military excel in large-scale operations. Ukraine is facing many challenges in scaling up large-scale attacks, partly due to manpower limitations and the scope of control. The Ukrainian military successfully breached Russian defenses in Zaporizhzhia, but could not capitalize on it due to a lack of troops and supporting firepower. However, aid from Sweden could help shift the tide. Sweden's significant support, including artillery shells and the establishment of a Defense Research Institute for Ukraine, will enhance the Ukrainian military's command and training capabilities. This could lead to changes in large-scale military operations, though it will take time to see the full effects. While Putin believes that Russia can gain an advantage over time, Sweden, a country that abandoned its military neutrality after more than 200 years, is determined to support Ukraine to prevent the war from spreading closer to home. This sends a strong message that, even if there is a change in the U.S. stance, Sweden will not waver in its commitment to help Ukraine. Despite being a new member of NATO and a relatively small nation, Sweden has a strong defense industry and is making significant contributions to Ukraine. Sweden's decision to provide large-scale military aid, even when other nations might hesitate, sends a powerful message. Ukraine is not fighting alone. Swedish aid not only helps sustain Europe's military efforts, but could also compensate for any delays if the U.S. temporarily halts its support. How will this aid impact the course of the war? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Sweden and its allies remain steadfast in helping Ukraine secure victory. What are your thoughts on Sweden's role in the conflict? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more military analysis from experts.